Welcome to Drumchapel St Andrew's virtual church. It's good to connect with you today. Thanks so much for checking in. I hope you're doing okay, and I hope things are going as well as you can for now, and I hope that you are finding ways of coming through this. It's good to see you today, and it's just really good for our service today to connect us all together as a church family. So thank you for being here. I'd invite you during the service at the points where we have songs to just pause me and click on the links in our YouTube channel. The links are all in the comments underneath the video and on the Facebook page there on a separate page just below the service. So thank you for tuning in for today. Our theme for today is Groundhog Day. And first song is This Little Light of Mine. I hope homeschool is going okay, and this is holiday weekend, so have a great time this weekend. I hope that you're finding lots of interesting stuff to do, and if there is anything that you want to email me, send me in, then I'll certainly be really happy to show everybody else, because it's just good to be connected again and to remember that we are all together even though we can't see each other. So I hope things are going okay for you, and if it's your birthday around now, a really happy birthday. I hope you have a really good day. One of the things I have always wanted to be was a TV magician. And now is my chance to do it. So I've got a pack of cards here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up the cards, and I want you to pick a card. Obviously, I'm going to have to help you with that. So hold out the cards to you, pick a card, just tell me when to stop. Okay, here, this one. No, further on. Okay. Here's your card. Now, I'm not going to look at that. I've got the back to me, and obviously I can't see it on the screen. What I want you to do now is remember your card, and we're going to put it back into the pack. Okay, so I've got the pack here. We'll put it back in, whereabouts? Near the bottom. Okay, I'm going to put it near the bottom, so it's below halfway in the cards, and I'm going to square up those cards again, and you're watching those cards at all times. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get your card to move from where we put it in right to the top. Okay, you ready? Wow, that card's gone straight up to the top of the pack, and your card was the 3 of clubs. I'm leaving a gap there for some applause. Isn't that incredible? That your card travelled all the way up to the top of the pack. Now, I know that you're trying to work out how I did that, and it is not video editing, because I'm not smart enough to do that. And this is just an ordinary pack of cards. You know, very often the secret of magic is that the magic happens when you don't expect it to happen. So the bit where you think something is going to happen, the magic has already happened, or the magic is going to happen at a different time. And I guess sometimes that works in life as well. It might feel right now that this is not the time for magic. It's hard being locked down. It's hard not being able to see people, not being able to do things that we want to do. But maybe this is a time that the magic can happen in our lives. Maybe we discover the real magic in our lives, the magic that makes us who we are, that gives us the power to do amazing things, that reminds us that we are the wonderful people that we are. That magic is already there. The magic in this trick is in the pack of cards. And our magic is in who we are. I hope today you'll discover that magic and that you will always know how awesome you are. Because when we know that, then we make all sorts of amazing things happen. I know we probably feel quite restricted right now, but inside we have so much power, and that power is going to make amazing things happen in all that lies ahead of us. Let's do a prayer. God, thanks for the magic that we have in ourselves. And I guess we don't always recognise how wonderful we are. Sometimes we need to be reminded that the magic we have in ourselves is what helps us to do absolutely incredible things. And as we look forward, help us to discover right now that magic that can change the world as we go into the future. Amen. Our next song, if you want to check it out, is Dreams. We're going to do a prayer. God, I take a moment today, deep within, to find peace. I am aware that the challenges of this time can make me feel anxious. And when I'm anxious, I lose perspective. Where I am living right now is part of my life journey. No journey is without challenges. But today, I take a moment to remember that I have the power to do this journey and to find magic and blessings along the way. I don't always see the beauty of the journey as I tackle a difficult path or a steep incline. But my journey is beautiful, and I am blessed to be equipped for that journey. I am blessed to have people around me who love me, who care for me, who inspire me, who make my world a brighter place. In this moment, I appreciate every one of them. I am blessed that I can make the journey a little easier for someone else today. Maybe a smile, a word of thanks, a kindness, a message, a virtual hug. thought for all of us facing challenges in health, in what we are doing through this time, in hard decisions and choices to make, in seeing ways in which we can change our world for the better. A thought for all who are caring for others at this time, in whatever way. A thought for all who are doing things that are making life better for others. For health, for safety, for a sense of value. A thought for our 3D family at this time. A thought for our church family and for all who belong to this family through connections. A thought for you. And a thought for myself. A glance backwards to recognise the paths that have brought me to this place. A recognition of my achievements, of the moments in my life that have been significant. A moment to value and appreciate where I am right now, with no need to hurry this moment. I value who I am. And a sense of the mountains in the distance, for the adventures and the challenges that lie ahead, for the joys, the encounters, and the experiences that the next part of my journey will bring. Amen. Our Bible reading today is from the book of Acts, chapter 1, from verse 6 through 11. When the apostles met together with Jesus, they asked him, "Lord, will you at this time give the kingdom back to Israel?" Jesus said to them, "The times and occasions are set by my Father's own authority, and it's not for you to know when they'll be. But when the Holy Spirit comes upon you, you will be filled with power, and you'll be witnesses for me in Jerusalem, in all of Judea and Samaria, and to the ends of the earth." After saying this, he was taken up to heaven as they watched him, and a cloud hid him from their sight. They still had their eyes fixed on the sky as he went away, when two men dressed in white suddenly stood beside them and said, "Galileans, why are you standing there looking up at the sky?" A reading. May the walls of your cocoon be just thick enough to allow you to struggle just long enough to emerge the beautiful person I already know you to be. And our song is The Day Thou Gavest. Have you ever felt like it's Groundhog Day? Like you're living the same day over again? Over the past couple of months, a lot of things that have defined our lives previously have gone. They may come back, but our world will never be the same. In the movie Groundhog Day, Phil has to live the same day over and over. At first, he tries to use it to his advantage, but ultimately, he discovers that the only way to make Groundhog Day different is by changing himself. Sometimes there are moments where you get a chance to define yourself. Today's story is one of those moments. Jesus is taken to heaven. Don't get hung up about the mechanics of this, because it's a picture. And the disciples are left looking up into the sky. You are allowed your moment to look into the sky, to not know what happens next, to just be lost for a while. All of that is okay. A couple of years ago, I was on holiday in the Lake District, and I checked out some of the stuff that was on, some of the activities. And there was a thing called Puzzle World, which is a sort of optical illusion experience. It was in Museum Square in Keswick. What would you expect to be in Museum Square? The museum. I'm answering that for you. So I checked the map and I went to the museum. Turns out the museum is about a mile away from Museum Square. Things aren't always as you expect them to be. Take your moment, however long that moment might be. But there is a new journey ahead, a new beginning. The perspective you find in this moment might just help you to catch a sense of who you are and where you need to be next, of what matters and what's just background noise. I'm going to ask you to pause me just now and watch the video that I've linked. It's a Father Ted clip where Father Ted tries to explain perspective to Father Dougal. How you see things is always significant. Last week, I was looking in a box of toys for my Harry Potter figure. I found a glass slipper. I now face a journey round the kingdom, whenever I'm allowed out, that is, to try and find Cinderella. There are moments that change your life, but always you have a part in what happens next. One of the images I love from Hindu belief is Ganesha. Ganesha is the remover of obstacles. I absolutely love that concept. In this moment, where it feels like there is a break in our timeline, a break in our world order, what obstacles do we recognize that we need to remove for the journey ahead? What do you need to let go? What do you need to do to make your dreams reality? Now is the time to start writing the story you've been promising yourself one day you will write. A while ago I was driving on the motorway. I stopped at a motorway service station for something to eat. Checked out the menu and ordered a cheese omelette. The woman behind the counter said, "You can't have a cheese omelette. It's on the children's menu." How does that work? Like, I get I could be too old to play on the swings, or too old to get a cheap fare on the train. But how can you be too old to get a cheese omelette? I said to her, "Can I not just get one anyway?" She said, "You can't have a cheese omelette. It's on the children's menu." I said, "Look, if you give me a cheese omelette, I promise I will not tell anyone." She said, "You can't have a cheese omelette. It's on the children's menu." By now, I really want a cheese omelette. I said, "I'm getting it for a child." Silence. Yes. Then she points at me and goes, "Show me the child." There are things you can't change, but you can always change how you respond to them. You are allowed your moment to look into the sky, but then it will be time to move on. There is a time for looking back. Use it to help you to move forward. Take that moment to recognize the magic, the power that's in you, the things that will make a difference as you move to the next bit of your journey. There's a writer's program on computer. It's called Write or Die. And it's, if you're learning to write, to encourage you to keep moving in what you're writing. And what it does is that if you take too long to write the next bit, then it deletes everything that you've written previously. It is harsh, but it's a great motivator. Do you know, you won't lose what you have if you don't move on. But you might lose what you could have. A thought from Erin Hansen. There's a freedom waiting for you on the breezes of the sky. And you ask, what if I fall? Oh, but my darling, what if you fly? Let's do a prayer. God, I allow myself this moment, whatever that means for me right now. I look into the sky, into my soul, into my past, into my now, and into my future. What if I fall? But what if I fly? Amen. I'm going to invite you to spend just a moment in reflection, and the music that I've chosen for our moment for reflection today is Gabriel's Oboe, which is from the movie The Mission. Our next song is There Is None Like You. Thanks so much for checking in for today's service. It has been great to connect with you. I hope you'll have a really good holiday weekend, and I hope the week ahead will be a good one for you too. Take care. Our closing song is One Moment in Time. And I've also linked what we normally sing as our closing prayer for the service. May God's blessing surround you today. Have a good day. Take care.